Yo guys, what's up? It's WarSpirit. Today I am bringing you some Titanfall gameplay from the final release of the game. I want to talk about my first impressions of the game so far. I'm sure you guys are pretty eager to hear what I think about the game. I do have a lot of things to say about it, so I'm gonna try and cover as much as possible in this video. I've got some good stuff and some bad stuff as well. So yeah, it should be good for you guys who are interested in getting the game. So I wanted to start off the commentary with a big speech about how awesome the servers have been performing since EA have not launched sort of a AAA title in the past year, which hasn't been plagued with launch issues. And for me, the servers have been performing great. Unfortunately, the servers were offline for 3 hours while I slept, nice and peacefully, without any concerns about server issues. That was on the PC. Also, before that, the Xbox servers were down for a while. Some problems with the Xbox Live, so there have been server issues, but it hasn't affected me. So my experience so far has been pretty awesome. I have been really enjoying playing this game. I've been waiting a long time for a new big first-person shooter to come out. The last game I actually bought, which was a big game, was probably Crysis 3, which was over a year ago now. So it's pretty fun having a new game to play. The price on Origin is, I would say, very excessive for the content in the game. I wouldn't recommend buying this game off of Origin because it is £45 in the UK. For the past 10 years, I have bought PC games at a reasonable price of, say, £30, around about £30 for the past 10 years, and for some strange reason, Origin has decided to bump up the price of Titanfall to £45, and that's not even the full game, because if you want the Season Pass, which contains unannounced content, you're paying £20 upfront for content which doesn't even exist at the moment, and Respawn has no idea what that content is going to be yet. Apparently, according to their Twitters, they don't know what is going to be in the Season Pass, which is already costing £20. So that's £65 for a game on Origin, which is a multiplayer only game and has only 10 primary weapons in the game and has only 3 game modes, or practically 3 game modes. 3 of the game modes are variations of Team Deathmatch, and then there's another 2 game modes, Capture the Flag and Domination. So 3 game modes, in my opinion. So yeah, definitely search around the internet, guys, to try and find a good price for this, because I don't want you paying all this money. I could go on about this for a while, but basically you can find better deals online. Trust me, just Google search best deals for Titanfall and you will find some good prices for it, and you won't feel like you've been ripped off by EA. If you are disappointed with the game for some reason, or you will feel that there are missing features. There are definitely missing features in this game, so you won't feel like you paid so much money for a game with a lot of missing features. So some of the missing features, I guess we could talk about that just now, are the things like private matches, which they said they are going to patch in for free later on. I'm not sure why they said they would patch it for free. I would imagine you should patch something like that in for free. Paying to have private lobbies would be pretty infuriating. I don't think a lot of people would like that, so they didn't really need to say for free. They could have said we're going to be patching in private lobbies. There are other things missing, like clan tags are not in the game. There's no sort of map vote in the lobby, although it's not really an essential thing. Another thing that's missing is you can't kick people out of your party. So you basically have to, if one of your friends goes AFK for some reason, or I don't know, you have to disband your entire party and then recreate it. And you also would have to leave the server to be able to do that, I believe. So a few missing features, a few basic features as well, which are missing from the game. Obviously the big features are missing, like spectate mode, demo recorder mode, theater mode. All those massive features are not included in the game. Features which were pretty common in games which were 10 years old now. So it seems with newer titles and the next gen of games, we seem to be cutting back on a lot of big features in these games, so that's pretty weird. I don't know if they're going to patch this stuff in. It would be really nice if they did patch stuff like that in. Modding tools is another thing which would be really nice to see in the game. I would like to see that at some point, but I really doubt that we're going to get that, so I don't know. Don't really worry about that stuff, to be honest, guys. You're probably not going to get it. The campaign, which is in Titanfall, is not really anything to be super hyped up about, because it's not like Crysis 3, it's not like Skyrim, it's not like those games. It's just standard multiplayer matches with a bit of dialogue. This here is actually a campaign mission which I'm playing right now. As you can see, it's just team deathmatch with occasional interruptions. But what I actually kind of enjoyed playing through the campaign. I'll tell you what I did. I basically played normal mode, or classic multiplayer it's called in this game, until I was pretty high leveled, until I got a good feel for the game, and then I started playing through the campaign. Because why I did that was, I feel that if you jump straight into the campaign as soon as you launch the game, you're going to be, I don't know, looking around, trying to work out how to shoot people, trying to set up your configurations, work out your hotkeys, all that sort of stuff. So you want to sort that out in classic multiplayer first of all, I would say. Like, I didn't start playing the campaign until I was at least level 30. And once you've got that sorted out, then play the story, and you can actually focus a little bit on the story, because you don't really need to go all hardcore in campaign mode, because it's about the story, kind of. And there are sort of, some of the missions I've seen, pretty crazy things happen, like massive turrets fall over, and like there's big explosions, and ships get taken out in space, and you want to look at those things. You don't want to be focusing on, I don't know, like trying to get good at the game or anything, or trying to work out how to play. You want to be looking at these cinematic sort of cutscenes, which are part of the multiplayer experience, and it's really nice to do that. So I would recommend playing classic mode first, and then trying out the campaign. So yeah, the campaign's nice, but it's not amazing. Like, it's not a single player campaign. It's just multiplayer matches. The map sizes are insane. Like, the maps are massive. There's so much unused space, which is pretty nice, I guess. There's no spawn points on a lot of the map. Spawn points are pretty standard, sort of in the middle of the map, to keep everyone spawning in the action. Although I have never had a case where I spawned and was immediately killed by a pilot who sort of spawned on top of me or was standing next to my spawn point. So the spawn points so far have been amazing compared to any other FPS game out there. And a lot of this comes from the bots mechanic, where you sort of spawn in amongst where your bots are spawning, and the enemy bots are all spawning at the other side of the map. So the spawn points are awesome, and like I was saying, the map size, there's lots of open space. I believe this is for the Titan battles, so like if you were ever away out in one of these spaces, you could have pretty awesome Titanfall battles, but don't expect to find any AI or any pilots away out there. So like, for example, I would run away out into one of these open spaces and there would be not an enemy for like 500 meters. That's the scale of these maps. They are really, really big, and I think a lot of people would be happy about that as well. So I think it's awesome how they have integrated the map size with pilot and Titan combat. It's really nice. A negative thing, I guess, is the unlock grind that is in the game. I did ask the community manager at Respawn about if there was going to be an unlock grind. She said that on Twitter, she said that there wasn't, or an unlock grind, or it was different because the mechanics of Titanfall are different compared to other FPS games, so it didn't feel the same, like you were having to grind unlocks. But there is an unlock grind. The unlock grind is real. You have to get up to level 50 before you can feel like you're actually playing the game properly, and even then you still have to grind unlock attachments. So you have to like kill 25 specters with each gun. You have to kill 25 specters with each gun to unlock extended mags for each gun. So yeah, unlock grind is real, unfortunately, guys. I'm not a big fan of unlock grinds. I hate unlock grinds in first-person shooters. I hate that they did that for Crysis 2. I hate that they did that for Crysis 3. I prefer just the Crysis Wars style of first-person shooters, where you have all the weapons there on the map to use, and you're not like unlocking these perks and suit modules and special abilities and stuff like that. But I guess you just grind up. Leveling is actually really fast. I don't really plan on prestiging. I don't think I'm going to do that. It's called regenerating. You might know it from Nanosuit rebooting in Crysis, because all it does is mean you have to grind another 50 levels to make sure you're playing the game for reals again, which I'm not really interested in. I would much rather just set up my classes and have everything unlocked and get to test everything and find which works best for me as fast as possible. The final big thing, or big issue about the game, was the file size. It's 50 gigabytes download on PC, which is fucking ridiculous. For a multiplayer only game, compare that to stuff like Skyrim and Crysis 3, and you know what Crysis 3 is like. The graphics are insane, the campaign levels are huge, there's so much content in that game, and then they throw a game at Titanfall out there with a 50 gigabyte download, and you're like, what the fuck? Apparently it's the audio files, which are 30 gigabytes, so they're taking up a lot of space. Whether that's because you're downloading all the different language files, like language files you don't even need, German, French and all that stuff. And also I've heard that the sound files are actually uncompressed, so that when you're playing the game doesn't have to uncompress them while you play, which means it's better optimized, which makes me wonder why they've had to do that, if the game was really lagging really bad, or like they had to do everything they possibly could to optimize it well. I mean, playing on max settings is not the way to play this game right now. There are no graphics drivers out. On one particular map, Lagoon, that's the one with like the water and stuff, it has really nice visuals, but it fucking lags like a bitch. So if right now I'm playing on all minimum settings, and I'm playing on high texture resolution rather than extreme, and I've got it actually running really smooth right now. It is super smooth, 60 frames constant, VSync disabled. So I mean, that's important to me, having it run super smooth, and I have managed to accomplish that, so I'm pretty happy about that as well. So yes, that's a lot of things I've told you about so far about the game. A lot of first impressions in here, guys. So take notes. I hope you enjoyed the gameplay as well in the background, and thanks for watching. I am really looking forward to everyone else getting their hands on the game and playing with everyone at the weekend. I imagine that's when everyone will be online, so I hope to see some people on there that I know and have a lot of fun with the gang. It's going to be awesome getting everyone back into a game that we can all play together. I'm going to do a little plug at the end here for our clan website. If anyone is interested in sort of joining up to a clan or getting in part of a community, we do plan on having competitive teams and stuff, like for some professional tournament winning material. So that is at crywarclan.engine.com. I'll put a link in the description because we might change the domain of our website at some point. But yeah, come join our community. We've got forums and we've got a Mumble server for talking to each other. It's really awesome. So thanks very much for watching, guys, and I shall see you in my next video.